The Washington Commanders' first 4 games is in the book, so that is the close of the first quarter of the 2023 season for the Commanders. Let's review it and talk about what we can do better to get more wins moving forward.
How I feel? Left. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rock it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she fly for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
YouTube, what's going on? It's JGTS here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about what the Washington Commanders' first 4 games was like and my overall feeling and confidence moving forward now that the first quarter is over. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So ladies and gentlemen, it is crazy. The 4 games is already over, or the first 4 games of the season is already over. The first quarter is over. It is now second quarter. Isn't it crazy how fast time flies by once the season is here? We wait all season long for the season to arrive, and once it's here, it just flies by. So I'm telling y'all, sink it in, man. Enjoy, because before you know it, man, it's gonna be over. But the Washington Commanders are set to kick off the second quarter of this regular season this Thursday night versus the Chicago Bears. But before we completely turn our heads to the Bears, let's talk about the first 4 weeks and, you know, how I'm personally feeling. That's why I'm really doing a review, because I'm telling you guys I'm feeling good. I understand we let one slip away versus Philly, but honestly, I'm feeling good. So week 1's here. You know, versus the Cardinals, we fully expect to beat the Cardinals. Sam Howell's first start, you know, has been the guy. Josh Hurst's first game as a new owner. Eric Bieniemy, first offensive coordinator game as a Commander. And it had its ups and downs. It was way more competitive than what I expected. But the Washington Commanders, they came out on top. Sam Howell looked good in the second half. He had his ups and downs, obviously, being a young guy. Making his second career start at that time. So it's pretty much what I expected. I mean, I honestly thought we were going to blow him out, but you got to realize he's 23, you know what I'm saying, making a second career start. So it probably wasn't realistic that wasn't going to happen, but the Washington Commanders did get the victory versus the Cardinals to start off 1-0. We're feeling good, you know what I'm saying? Then you go to Denver. This game right here, man, it's crazy how this game has already been 3 weeks ago, right? So we go to Denver, obviously not going how we thought it was going to go down early, 21-3, you know, super early, looking like the Denver Broncos are going to dog us and just wipe the floor with us, man. But then late in the second half, we got something going into the locker rooms, and we didn't look back, man. That game was really good. Took 10 years off my life, but it was really good towards the end. Obviously, we know we got the defensive stoppage with St. Juice. You can say what you want about the play. You can say it was passing first, it wasn't passing first. The Washington Commanders got away with one. Whatever you want to talk about, we got the victory. I mean, the Hail Murray before that, man, was insane, bro. I was like, oh, we really about to do this right now, bro. We really about to lose in this fashion. But if you want to be technical about it, Cortland Sutton was not in bounds. I don't know what they were seeing there, but they caught him in bounds. But again, look, the Washington Commanders, they escaped and won a comeback victory for the second straight week, and with 2-0. And so far, I'm like, look, the season's going exactly how I thought it was going to go. I thought we was going to win the first 2 games. What happened? We win the first 2 games. So it's looking real good so far. And then we played the Buffalo Bills. Going into that game, I knew we wasn't going to win, but I was just like, show us that you belong. If you want the narrative to change on you, show us that it should be changed, okay? The team should not continue to look at the Washington Commanders as just a doormat or a stepping stone, you know what I'm saying? Show them that you here, you know, and we did not do that. We got down early, 16-0 for the longest, but we got down early, you know, and Washington Commanders had one of the worst days that they could possibly have. More specifically, Sam Howell, the young quarterback, having 4 turnovers of his own. Antonio Gibson having a fumble that made total to 5. Offensive line not being able to protect. You know, offense not being able to get anything going against Sam Howell. Just a terrible day. But again, what do you expect? He's a young guy going up against a Super Bowl perennial contender each and every year in that AFC. So again, didn't expect that, but I'm glad it happened against a Buffalo Bills team opposed to a really, really bad team. Because he shook back. He shook back, and he belongs. He showed that. But yeah, we lost. We lost bad, 37-3. Honestly, it was 16-0 for majority of that game though in the fourth quarter. If the offense would have got something going, that game wouldn't have been 38, 37-0, whatever the final score was. It would have been much closer than that. But obviously, we know offense did not get anything going at all that day. Defense, they tried their best. They tried holding them, you know, for as long as they could. But eventually, the doors just blew open, and Josh Allen and them boys got out of there with a blowout win. But again, now we're here at week 4. It was all about the shake back. I knew we could beat the Philadelphia Eagles. All I knew was the Eagles are a beatable team. We went to the link last year. We had an opportunity to beat them, and we did. Now I feel good about the Eagles, beating the Eagles. I know people want to put the Eagles on this pedestal, but I really think the Washington Commanders is their match, and they showed that in week 4. We have the Eagles numbers. I understand we lost 34-31, but we have the Philadelphia Eagles number, man. We really do, and that's why it hurts so bad that we lost, because I'm like, bro, we let these Bammers get away with one, because we should have beat them. I'm not taking no moral victories from that game, because moral victories for me was left in 2021 when we didn't have any talent. Now we have a talented team, and we have a quarterback, and we're ready to compete for a playoff spot. You know what I'm saying? It's all about getting the wins now. So that's why I was pissed about it, because we let them get away with one. We should have won that game. You know, we really should have. That game was really good. Sam Howell showed him that he belonged. He was shredding that defense all day long, man. But then you flip the side of our defense, Emmanuel Forbes got torched. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I say, I know a lot of people don't like Emmanuel Forbes. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Emmanuel Forbes pick, but I'm putting it more on Jack Del Rio. Why are you putting your guy in that situation? I'm not saying he cannot line up against A.J. Brown at all. You know, at any point in time, yeah, you're going to have times where A.J. Brown is on him, but why the whole game? And A.J. Brown said it himself. He said, look, they had one-on-one coverage with him the whole game. Why is that? Why you have one-on-one coverage with Emmanuel Forbes and A.J. Brown? You're just asking for the work at that point. Benjamin St-Juste locked him up last year. Why wasn't St-Juste on him? My thing is, I don't know why St-Juste is in the slot. I know this video isn't for that, to complain about that, but I don't like St-Juste in the slot. And it's not that he's doing anything wrong. We need the outside help more than anything. Put Forbes back in the slot. I understand he was a primary corner coming out of Mississippi State, but they say he can play all over the field. Put Forbes in the slot and let St-Juste rock out on the outside. You know what I'm saying? But this is not the video for that. Forbes got blessed. Okay, Forbes got blessed. He got cooked, as you would expect. It's A.J. Brown, one of the best receivers in football. You know, but we fought, man. We really did. We gave him our all. We should have won that game. We went into overtime. I know a lot of people wanted to get on Ron Rivera for not going for 2, but if he would have went for 2 and not kicked the field goal, y'all would have been like, and we didn't get it. Y'all would have been like, Ron, you should have kicked the field goal. You stupid, blah blah blah. So Ron wouldn't have won in any situation. He was gonna get me. Fans was gonna be mad at him regardless. So again, like I said, I wasn't against Ron for going for the 1 point, because again, we went to overtime and we got the ball. Let's not forget, we got the ball first, ladies and gentlemen, and we just didn't do nothing with it. You know, Tressway, terrible punt, and obviously we know the play, the call on the field with Terry McLaurin's catch. If Terry McLaurin catches that ball, we win that game. I'll stand on that right now. Terry McLaurin caught it. Looked like, well, I'm not gonna say that Terry caught it, because he did. If he got his foot in bounds, which I think he did, we would have won that game. I'm standing on that. You know what I'm saying? Because we would have went down, got a touchdown, because they couldn't stop us in the red zone all game long. So if Terry Toe would have went in, or if the ref would have called it in, we would have won that game. But that's why it hurts so much, because the Eagles are not good, bro. Like, they're a good football team. I'm not gonna say that, but I'm talking about, like, they're not unbeatable. Like, we can beat them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm excited for that Week 8 matchup, because it's get back time. I'm looking at that game. I don't want to foreshadow. I don't want to overlook Chicago. I want to overlook Atlanta and New York. But I'm looking at that game like, yeah, it's going to be 5-2 Washington versus 6-1 or 7-0 Philly, and we going to win. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, that's the first 4 weeks recap. Now, let's get to how I'm feeling. Leave down below how y'all feeling. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm good. I'm confident. I really feel good about this team. I understand, yeah, we should be 3-1, you know, but we got to let that go. We got Chicago in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to mop the floor with them boys. So, I'm feeling good. This is probably the most confident I've felt in a 2-2 team in a long time. You know what I'm saying? We got to finish, man. We got to finish. We got to find a way to finish and collectively drag our tail across the finish line when we play teams like Philly. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at our upcoming schedule like, yeah, man. When we get to that Week 8 matchup, we are going to be able to have an opportunity to be 5-2. Because you look at Chicago, they're on 4. Can't overlook them though, because they're thirsty for their win. They got confidence. Justin Fields coming off of his best game. They got some confidence coming into this game, but it's our job to did that. Then you got Atlanta. Desmond Ridder is trash. You know what I'm saying? Look at Desmond Ridder. He's horrible. We got to beat them. Then you got the Giants. They're trash. You know what I'm saying? But they got our number. We're NFC East rival. We need to beat them. Okay? Then that sets up the game versus Philly. We got milestones to complete before we get to Philly. But by the time we end the second quarter and we get to that Week 8 matchup, I'm looking at Washington to be 5-2. I really am. And this 5-2 is going to be way different than the 2018 6-3 or 5-2 start that we had. Because in 2018, with Alex Smith, our offense wasn't this good. You can clearly see like there was some help. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Fitzpatrick threw 400 yards on our defense versus the Bucks, and we found a way to win that game that year. Like, the team was not as talented as it is now. This 5-2 hits different if we do eventually get there. Again, I don't want to look ahead and get overlooking at these teams coming up, but that's just how I feel. That's how confident I am that I expect to win these upcoming games. Anytime we play a game, no longer the Bills. No, it's no Bills on the schedule. So every game we play, I expect to win. I expect to beat the Bears. I expect to beat the Falcons. I expect to beat the Giants. I expect to beat you know, the Cowboys and the Jets, the Dolphins. All these teams, the Seahawks, the Rams, the you know, the 49ers even. I know they're a good team, but I expect us to win every single game we line up now. We have the talent, we had a quarterback. That's all we was missing. So I'm feeling good about where we sit at the halfway point. Like, I know y'all, I know we still gonna be hurting about that 3-1 game. And I said, look, I'm telling y'all wipe the memory bank clean, but I'm gonna be honest with you, watching that Bears game, I fully expect the dogs. So I'm gonna be thinking about, dang, what we could have been right now. We could have been 4-1, but we let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because I fully expect to beat them. And we have a quarterback. That's all we've been missing. We've been trying to tell people that that's all we've been missing. We've been having the talent. We've been building the infrastructure all years long under Ron Rivera. All these years long under Ron Rivera. We just been missing a quarterback. Now we got one, and we're here. That's what's the confidence. You know what I'm saying? That's really where the confidence lies. I know Sam Howell is the dog. I know he's the guy moving forward, and he giving me all the confidence in the world that we're gonna be good. We're gonna be straight. Like, I was looking at these 11. I predicted us to go 12-5 earlier this year. Everybody was looking at me crazy. And again, I don't want to just look too deep into it, but bruh, that is looking like something that is very realistic at this point. And it's not, and I know we haven't necessarily got the wins to back it up yet. We're just 2-2 or even. So even though we got blown out in the Bills game, I knew we were going to bounce back from that. I knew that was the worst Sam Howell was ever going to look. He's not going to look as bad as he did in that game ever again. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to throw a pick or anything like that, but I'm talking about like as bad as he did. He looked flustered. He did not look confident. I knew he was going to shake back. And that alone gives me the confidence that we're good. Like Allstate. We in good hands, baby. So I just feel good. I feel confident, man. I know this team is ready to win, and I know we're a playoff team. We just gotta put it all together, man. So answer that question down below in the comment section for me. If you can describe your feeling after the first 4 games of the Washington Commanders season, what would it be? Mine is confidence. What says you out there? Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers. As always, me and boy Juan got. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. See y'all later. I'm out. Peace.